Welcome, brothers and sisters. Sorry, sprinted that last 100-yard dash to my 5K, and I may die. I hope you're all well. I really do. A lot of things to cover real quickly. I just did a run. My daughter, meeting up with her. She's doing a walk. I'll meet up with her, and I will end this. I hope you're doing great. It's sunny. It's beautiful. You're alive. Donald Trump spoke out of his ass. Lovely again. Paused 90 days, 10%, blah, blah, blah. Having a little green, 500 billion, okay? 500 billion is for XRP. So if you like what you hear, subscribe. Going to do some, like I did last year, to some of my brothers and sisters looking to maybe get away from, or drink a little less. Going to do some alcohol alternatives videos coming up. Please share and check them out. I don't get paid for any of these. I just want to help. Some of them will be THC, CBD, kratom, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you my opinion, which is anecdotal. Just my opinion. And it's just the experience I had, and I'll go over that. Don't get fooled by green, right? I'm as always realistic. I like this. But the volume is still way low. And a couple of these days of green, a couple weeks of green, a bull market does not make. Doesn't mean it's all predicated. We all know this. Nothing changes in regards to whatever Trump says is going to affect us. Whatever Jerome Powell says is going to affect us. That's the main thing. Those two guys right there. Trump is easy on the tariffs and other things. You will see confidence coming back to the market. If he starts screwing, not so much with China, but if a little trade war with China is bad, but that's in the market a little bit. Meaning after some time, they get tired of the noise. Investors, not us, but a lot of the weak hands and a lot of the investment banks who want to get out of on risk assets. Those are the people. Take it off. And if bond yields fall, they're not going to stay in bonds. Okay, some retail will, but not investments. Once they get confidence, they'll be back in full force. It's just not right now. Okay, I did some buying over the last few weeks, even though I haven't been talking about it that much. I've been hinting it here and there. There were a couple times where I said, do not buy, and I wasn't. I waited until it settled and happened to buy right before Trump said the pause. Whoopie-doo. Nothing significant, about initially it was around 10K, now it's about 20K in. And it's fine. All it's doing is bringing down my average cost on some projects. They're not in the money yet, right? It's like Moonwell, a couple other things. Injective, almost bought some Avalanche, but almost bought some more Metis DAO, few projects, so there are other projects I bought into, but I won't go into those now. It wasn't Benki. I'm set on that, even though I probably should have bought more to bring down the cost. Bought a bunch of more Pond. Will XRP reach $10? Here's the deal. This morning I'm hearing more people, the fat economic ninja saying eventually XRP will be in the thousands, 5 or 10 years from now. Never going to happen, ever. Could it reach $10 if we get into a bull market? Absolutely, it could reach 8. It's only a little over a $500 billion market cap. That's if we're having 400 billion coming in. ETFs do well again. Bitcoin is doing what it needs to do. Everyone predicted $10 trillion market cap in this bull market. Well, we're not in a bull market, and we're not even at 3 trillion right now. So XRP, if we get to a 5, 6, 7 trillion market cap, soon enough, in the next year, a lot of that will go to XRP, especially if the case is totally settled, that SEC comes out, which they're going to. They're going to do it when it happens, right? Don't listen to all the idiots saying, why isn't it happening, or it's going to happen today, or no one knows what they're talking about. You'll know it when they let you know. It's only, 500 and some billion, which is great, and ETH probably will overtake ETH at that point, or if ETH gets its wind, which it will. People are building on ETH. Stuff is still on ETH. Remember that. Everyone, it's done shitty, but what hasn't done shitty? Bitcoin hasn't done shitty. Other than that, many things have done, have retraced. Not all the way. Solana was $12. It's still above 100. Look at Aave. So there are a lot of good bargains out there and deals. Just be careful, because all it's going to take is Trump just coming out Monday or even tomorrow or today saying something, Canada's being rude. We are going to put a 50% tariff on them. That's what he's doing, right? They've come out and said, if you're disrespectful to us, we're going to just keep going crazy on you. So if the EU comes out and starts talking shit, Trump is going to lay it on. And I can tell you, Bitcoin will be back at 60. It's at 85 right now. It'll be back at 76 before you can blink an eye. So it's all relying on our brother Trump, our glorious orange leader. But XRP, I have no doubt, and I'm not a maximalist of anything. I am not a hope-a-thon, thinking it's going to get to $50 or $100. It's never going to happen. What is realistic is in a full bull market, $8, $10 or more, sure. But that has to be a serious amount of market cap coming into all of crypto. And XRP will be one of the leaders. You remember, they have a huge supply, and it's always being sold off. So when we go up 10, 20, 30 cents, there's a ton being sold. There will be a ton of profits at $3. All $4, $4 and some dollars is all-time highs. It's going to be a ton of profit taking, a ton of people. Like, I won't be, but like me, who bought it at 17 cents, 100,000 of them, most of them will be taking, some type of profits then. I won't. Depending on the market, no way. But if the market looks shady and sketchy, I may sell half of it. So realistic in my view, and I don't give price predictions, I'm telling you my thoughts on where I can see me selling it. If the market is where it needs to be, 300 to 400 billion volume daily, complete interest, and a true bull market, which we haven't been in. Remember, that bull market, if we get into it, will end eventually. Don't listen to super cycles. It's all macro related. $8 in my view. It won't be easy to get there. We will have serious resistance around $4, and then, and this is not TA. This is just truth. People will be taking profits. That's what it is. People aren't going to be pushing it down to liquidate and all that. It'll get there. If you're not exposed to XRP, I don't know if you should buy it or not. I have it so cheap, I can't advise on that. I think it depends on what you want. I don't think you should be buying a ton of anything right now. You need to be on the sidelines, checking things out. If you feel comfortable like me buying and not having a worry about it, right? I'm just buying things not that I'm in the money on. I'm buying things that I'm not in the money on to lower my average. I bought a hell of a lot of property. I forgot about that too, at 50 cents, 51 cents. Why the hell wouldn't I? That thing could get back to $1 within 20 minutes. It has 100 million circulating supply. That thing will move like fire. Injective is at like $8 or $9. Same circulating supply, same tokenomics. Doesn't have the volume. Property's volume is like 4, 5, 6 million. If they get 100 million, it's at $1, $2 within 20 minutes. Your clickbaits are getting better. I'm trying. I can't, I did go over my thought on it. I did tell the truth. My clickbaits, I just can't do it. It's hard. I'm trying. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, Archive. It's, I feel guilty when I do it, but I'm like, I gotta have some people watching my videos, and I'm doing these alcohol alternative videos coming up. I want people to see them, to show, that there's maybe a way, or some that suck, some that don't, that type of stuff. Try to help people out. I appreciate that. Yeah, my clickbait, I could totally lie and everything. It's tough. It's just not in my nature. Lying and bullshitting is not in my nature. I sniff out bullshit for a living, right? That's what I do in my work, and that's what I try to do on YouTube. Tell you about bullshit. I appreciate you. Yo, another one. Got to do more caps. Okay, all caps. All right, I'll do that. Does that help? If that helps, I'll do it. Any hints you can give me, fine. I'm just not great at that. So is that my daughter already? She won't want to be on camera. So, guys, if you're new, if you're coming here, subscribe. I'm not going to ask you to like. That's none of my business. Let me know what you want from me. Do not be rushing in. You got to have dry powder, and you will be set. I want to see you, like I reiterate on my videos a lot of certain things. I'd rather see you buy 10% higher than 90% lower and get stuck, right? We need confirmations. We're nowhere close to that. XRP will hit 10. Okay, I like it. Maybe I'll change it after this. I don't know if that hurts the algorithm or not. Okay, I'll check that out. Thank you. I won't show you. I won't show you. We'll walk to the car. You can listen to your stuff. That's my daughter. So, nothing changes. We keep getting your dry powder. You know, a little green, remember, with the light volume that we're having right now, it's easy to manipulate one way or the other. We could easily get up to 88,000. So liquidate some shorts with low volume, easily drive it up there with a ton of momentum. And then when Asia wakes up, or we could head the other way, right? There will be profit taking. I can tell you, in Bitcoin, you're going to have people taking profits. The one positive thing is we do not have the ETF outflows on the weekend, so there can be some manipulation gaps. But what you will hear then is CMA gaps, right? We got to fill those CMA gaps come Monday. You know, sometimes gaps get filled, but don't rely on technical analysis unless you're a minute-to-minute trader. Otherwise, technical analysis has no bearing. I've been doing this over 30 years. If you're trading instantly, yes, it does. If you want to know where it's going to go as a holder, you should be a holder. If you want to be rich, you want to make the money. Alex Becker, who I rip on, but he has done well, he's a holder. That's where you make the money. And that's 100% guaranteed. You know, if you earn the right things, that's 100%. That's how I made, a ton of money by the time I was 25 and 28. And then lost, a ton of money, millions and millions by the time I was 28, 29. Got it all back. You gotta hold the right things, and you have to be diversified. In crypto, it's tough to be diversified. I'm way too overexposed, but at one point, everything was green, tremendously. But I hold a lot of shit. Remember, utility doesn't equate to price. Ideas don't equate to price. Hype does in this. Macro does in this. Hi, Adam. No audio here, my end. Just watching vegan. Love it. Thanks, Adam. What state is this? Ohio? No, I'm in Illinois, Chief. I'm in Illinois. North, I used to live in Chicago. Born in Chicago. Moved to the burbs. Got married in Chicago in 98. Had 3 girls. Moved out to the burbs in burbs/country in 10, 11 years ago. So it's a beautiful, absolutely beautiful day. The sun is shining. That's my daughter. One of my daughters, my middle. Yes. Had an awesome alcohol alternative last night. It was amazing. I slept like a baby. I'm 52. I'm not going to put poison in me. This is like a very mild THC CBD drink. Man, unbelievable. I want to be able to help people. So I'm going to be doing those coming up. I recommend you watching them because if you're drinking alcohol, and no judgment, I love alcohol. I have a ton of it. My wife was drinking Modelo last night and Stella. It's just not for me anymore. But there are some alternatives out there if you're looking for not the same, but a similar thing without the toxins and without the hangover or sleeping like shit. More coming on that. So Adam, are you saying you don't have Kava as one too? Yeah, I'm going to talk about Kava. I tried True Kava, Lilo, everything. I've tried everything. I've had Kava powder. It's chill, but I think there's better options. I don't believe in the liver issues that they talk about with Kava, but you overdo anything, sure. Yeah, Kava. It also tastes like crap. But I'll go over that. I think I went over True Kava once, but I'm going to do another video on it. Yeah, so you guys have any questions? I think I'll go over a couple things real quick that I think will do very well if we get at these cheap prices, if we get into, and I don't normally say this stuff, if we get into a bull market, which we're not in right now. Proppy, for sure. They do it different. Ondo's an obvious, but I'm in at 21 cents. I'm not buying any more of that. Not killing my average cost, buying it at 70, 80, 90 cents. I think XRP will do okay. But there's going to be higher returns. I think AIOZ, if the AI narrative comes back, will do very well. It's taken a huge hit. You know, I bought it at a penny. A penny. Hundreds of thousands of them. Got up to $1 like 30. Back down to like 20 some cents. If you believe in AI, AIOZ is a riskier one, but it's a great play, in my view. All the tokens are out. Good team. You know, then the bigger boys, Injective, Avalanche, are going to do great if we get into a bull market, if Trump doesn't ruin it for us, if other countries, if China doesn't invade Taiwan and we get into crazy, and if the tariffs remain reasonable, and if Powell remains reasonable and does lower interest rates, liquidity will come in. Guaranteed. This is financial advice. That's guaranteed, and you all know that. So I'm just re-emphasizing what you already know. What can help your vids in finding like a pick and making that thumbnail just to make them have a different icon? Yes, you're right. Most of your vids have the same pick. Yeah, it's because this is my vid. This is what I do. I don't do this to be a YouTuber. I'm doing this to help. So you're right. Like I did a video last week, a short one, and it got like 20 some hundred views. You know, I did one when we were kind of kicking ass. I got like 6,000 views. Those should be, because I'm kind of doing the same thing over and over. And you're right. I don't edit. I don't do anything like that. That's not why I started this channel. I started it. If I talk to 600 people, that's okay. I'd love it to be 60,000, but it's not going to get there with the way I do videos. I appreciate your thoughts. So yeah, I should do thumbnails. I should do all that. It's just, I have a career. I have a, you know, I do this at the whim. Sometimes I think I'm out, but usually it's after I work out. And I just want to tell you what's going on in the market through my view, through my eyes. That's all. And it doesn't mean I'm always right, but I appreciate any advice you give me. But if it comes to editing and all that, I'm just not going to do it. Not what, you know, I'm not going to put any time into it. My time is to give you my thoughts and help with anything I can. Does not have to be just crypto. At 52, I got a little bit of knowledge. I'll tell you my mistakes more than my wins. Pendle Finance. Yeah, Pendle. Been looking into that a little bit. Not going to get it, but I'm not buying any more cryptos. I have, I think, 48. GeoNet. They're doing high accuracy GPS. Yeah, I'll check that deep in out. Yeah, I got killed on Shadow Token. I really like them, but they do a horrible job of marketing. Bought it around $1.30. It's at like probably 10 cents now. It was killing it. It'll come back. Its tokenomics are wonderful as well. I could easily get it to $1 and sell and take a little loss. It'll be a tax write-off. Takes seconds to do it. Yeah. Well, if you're talking about a thumbnail, you're right. I gotta do that. I will. What, you don't like when my thumbnail's like this? Just this? I'm being facetious. Yeah, it's horrible. I got to do a better job. I'd have a hell of a lot. It's my brother C90. Not really my brother, but all of you are my brothers and sisters in this planet. They kind of told me to do an X channel, so I did that. I suck at it. I tend to be a little abrasive on it and troll people, which is not in my nature. Yeah. No, I don't think Shadow's on Sonic. I thought it was on ETH, but it's been a while. I bought it over a year ago. No, it's not exchange. It's deep in. It's like AIOZ. It's similar to. It's a deep in play. But for the new folks coming on here, just keep accumulating dry powder. It'll pay off. Don't FOMO in. Remember, we could have a full week of green. It just doesn't mean a thing. Look at that, rhyming. If Trump comes out abrasively on tariffs. Because even, look at his project. It's getting killed, which was a horrible thing to do. We'll have to see if memes come back first. But it's all going to be, volume, macro, Trump, Powell. Then you can start working about narratives. Right now, narratives don't mean nothing. AI narrative, DePIN narrative, DeFi narrative, DeSci, nothing means anything until the market truly comes back. Then you can start thinking about narratives. You can tell people who talk about that now, they don't really. You don't see a lot of project talk, individual project talk, because they're not getting sponsored. So you'll know the market's back somewhat when you start seeing Wendy, Discover Crypto, they let BitBoy out of jail. You start seeing them talking about sponsored videos. They're scamming a token. Then you know we're back. But we're not back yet. We're not back yet. So let me know what you guys want to hear. I'm going to bail out. Enjoy your day. If you need anything from me, whether it's crypto, finance, health, which is what I really like to talk to you about, because if you don't have your health, none of this means anything. None of it means anything. So whatever you need from me, to a point, of course. Any advice or at least another opinion, I'm here to help. Okay? I want you all to be careful. Get your dry powder and get ready. And hope for a green weekend and hope for a green week. We'll talk later. Beacon Crypto out.